What's going on, everybody? Oh my goodness, I'm seeing everybody piling in. Great to see all of the great architects out there. Did something happen this week? Was there an announcement this week? Looks like Arc House is a finally officially launched. Super excited about that. If you haven't already gone over to Arc House, make sure that you do it. Yeah, we're just super excited to get the entire community involved uh, and showcase a lot of the builders that we have in our beautiful community. We're going to be starting off today really excited because we've got Ricardo, who is behind a Lab Agentic Commerce Hackathon winner called RSoft. It's an agentic bank showing how decentralized banking primitives for AI agents, know your agent, dynamic credit scoring, and on-chain settlement is possible using USDC on Arc. So we're going to dive into this conversation. But first, I want to welcome Ricardo and the rest of the architects to this incredible show. Happy Wednesday. Ricardo, welcome. How you doing today?
Thank you, Sam. It's a pleasure to be here today, and uh, let's go.
Let's go. One of the things that I really love to do, and something that I really enjoy about being a part of this community is that we have folks from all over the world, right? All over the world. And that's what makes us great. That's what makes us united. And I want to start off this live stream learning a little bit about where you're from. So if we can maybe start off there before we jump into about RSoft and what you've built. Let's start with a little bit of background on yourself and where you're from. Let's share that with the people.
Okay, I am Ricardo Pari. I am from Bolivia in South America. Uh,
Bolivia.
yes, I am from Bolivia, and well, about me, I have been working for almost 9 years as a software engineer.
Okay. So you're a full-time software engineer. That's awesome, man. That is
Yes,
awesome. Um, I know that you had brought up. Let me go. I'm going to go over to your slide. But I know you put together a really good slide, and I want to learn a little bit more about Bolivia. So let me go ahead and bring that up. Um, awesome. I see it here on the screen. If you can maybe share us a little bit about Bolivia, I want to start off there if you don't mind.
okay, it's good. Well, as I said, I am from Bolivia, and one fact about Bolivia is the Salar de Uyuni. This is the
Ooh.
world's largest salt flats that have more than 10,000 square kilometers and more than 3,000 meters altitude in Bolivia. When it rains, for example, a thin layer of water transforms into the world's latest natural mirror. For example, we have this. This is the
Oh
real
my
picture.
goodness. So this is in Bolivia?
Yes, this is Bolivia. The
Wow.
exact country is sorry, the city is Potosí.
Wow, I've got to go there. I literally was just telling my family how badly I want to go see this. I saw this on YouTube and was like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. This is incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So how do you pronounce it? Saler de Uni?
Yes, Salar de Uyuni. Salar de
Saler
Uyuni.
de Uni. All right, I'm learning where the sky meets the earth and you walk between them. That's incredible. Thank you for sharing that. That's nice.
Yes, this is another thing. You can take funny photos and change the perspective that you see. This is another great thing.
Okay, because it's so flat, so vast. Wow. You know what? We're gonna have to take an arc trip out to Bolivia and take some fun photos there. I'm sure I can get Bobby Lee and Tim and the rest of the crew down there. I think that'll be a lot of fun. That'll be a lot of fun. I know one of the
Yes,
things we want to start doing is meetups, and so Ricardo, we're gonna have to have a meetup down here in Bolivia, and we're gonna have to, maybe take a road trip out to this location. It looks incredible.
Yes, could be great. And
Ooh.
this is the last photo that I want to show. This is the at night when you are in Salar de Uyuni, the closest you will ever feel to standing among the stars is like I could say the space in the
Oh
space.
man, that is great. That is great. Well, see, look, I know you all came here to learn about tech, but it's really important to learn about all the members here in our community, and to learn a little bit more about where they're from. So thank you so much for sharing, man. Yeah, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Thank you. Okay. Well, I think that is about one thing that I wanted to show us about Bolivia, to show you about Bolivia, and we can start. I think with the presentation.
Awesome. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. So yeah, you say you're based in Bolivia, 9 years as a full stack software engineer. And so let's see. So you have 2 years that you focus in agentic AI. Tell me a little bit about that background in agentic AI. 2 years is a long time. So how did you get into this?
Yes. Well, when ChatGPT got I think was very popular. I think in 2022. I tried that, and I didn't know in that moment how if ChatGPT can enter to the database to extract data and show the data and transform the data and analyze the data and do things with that information. I didn't know, but after in that moment I didn't know, but then I did my research about ChatGPT API. In that moment, I think my mind knew that this was possible. In that moment, I I started dipping more in agentic AI because that was wonderful how the agents LLMs through LLM's brain can extract the information, can transform the information, can do some things that was wonderful for me. My first project I remember that was connect WhatsApp business with one agentic AI with LangChain to take data from big commerce application. That was wonderful for me because in that moment I saw that one agent through WhatsApp can take real data from one store application and offer products to show products to clients, extract the information about stock, for example, about the products that the the, um, the platform offers, and that moment was wonderful for me. Then I did more in agentic AI. I check um, how protocols what protocols agentic AI is using, what is MCP server, what is
Mm.
MCP client, what frameworks we can use, LangGraph, LangChain, Crew AI. And from that moment, I did I did more in agentic AI.
Very nice, very nice. And you have here, right? First place in the Lab Arc Agentic Commerce Hackathon. Tell us about that experience. Did you, how did you find out about the hackathon? And yeah, I guess we'll start there. How did you find out about it?
Yes, that was interesting because well, in that moment, I wasn't working. I wasn't working in a job. I was checking the posts about jobs on LinkedIn platform. I
Hmm.
I was I was checking the requirements that was for software engineers, and I didn't understand well why, or I didn't understand well why the roles of the jobs was changing in that moment, and
Hmm.
that's why I I see this announcement from Lab AI in Facebook, and I I decide to participate in these kinds of hackathons. That was wonderful for me because in that moment I understood how the world is changing, how these communities, or these communities of developers are creating new things that we will use in the future. How will AI will 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 evolution AI, I could say.
Mhm.
um, and that's why I always start with finding a new job, understanding the why is the jobs are changing, how what happening there, and now I can understand what was happening in that moment, why AI changed I think I could say change the roles that or the roles or the how one developer needs to work today, or have or must to have to must to work today, uh, and that was very interesting for me. And this I could say it again, this like these kinds of communities or hackathons is when you is the place when you can see innovation. You can see how the AI will change or will adapt in all of the different kinds of roles in the world. Like for not just software development, just for example accounting, maybe normal jobs like marketer or lawyer, for example. um, that's it.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And it really shows, I guess, the role and the benefits of participating in these hackathons and the exposure that it puts together for you. Shout out to everybody in the community. I'm seeing you guys out there. Once again, we're here for this live stream, building agentic commerce with our first place lab and arc agentic commerce hackathon winner. Um, Want to pause and give a quick shout out. If you're not aware, we have the Lab hybrid hackathon that is on the way, coming up in a couple days, April 20th. In this hybrid hackathon, it's going to be powered by Arc and Circle. Developers will be able to build the next generation economic applications using Circle's nano payments infrastructure with settlement on ARC in USDC. So, putting that information up here, you can go over to ARC House and get some more information, details, and make sure you register. And who knows, you might be able to join us up here on the stream yourself. So yeah, shout out to the entire Lab team. They do an incredible job. Lots of great work and incredible community as well. So I want to give a huge shout out to them. Um, so now let's go into RSoft Latam. What was the motivation in founding this, and why this use case?
Well, RSoft Latam was my personal. First was my personal page, I could say, when I show my projects that I built. Then I I decided to create a real product, and I can put in production. Uh, that was yes. First, my first my just my own page, personal page. Then I will this will was converted to an. I think I start what is one startup, I could say. This one start is starting to growing, and I could say that. I can hear you. Sorry.
Thank you for that. Yeah,
Uh,
so let's go ahead and continue down your presentation. I'd love to get into what you built and get an understanding of your stack. Let's continue.
okay, thank you. Well, first I created RSoft Agentic Bank. RSoft Agentic Bank is the first autonomous AI banking for agents. It's for agents. It's special for agents. It's for this new world of internet for agents. And this bank is managing entirely by five specialized AI agents that control from the start and at the end, control identification from agents, control the how much money the bank can loan to the agent, if the bank then if the bank has enough money to loan, then control the tracking if if the agent is paying their loans. um, yes, I think it's this bank control all of this process that one normal bank could um, could do in a real life that we know in this moment. Um, well, in the we need to identify what problems we have in the normal banks now in this moment. First is no, we don't have identity for agents. When we are talking for normal banks. First, we have know your customer is the most common when the customer has one ID document, for example, and other things. But for agents, we don't have that. We don't have identity. There is no know your agent for AI agents. I am trying to say that. How do you trust an autonomous agent? That is the main question here, and that is very important.
Yeah,
The
very
other,
important. Very important.
yes, the other thing is no credit. Agents have no credit history, and not reputation score, not risk profile. Uh, the other thing, no settlements, no native way for agent to borrow and repay programmatically with stable coins, for example. And these two things are more about security. Um, yes, first I will deep more in no identity. Today we are living an era of Internet of Agents because um, last year in October, I think the agent swarm of agents moved the market crypto in 1 second or in 1 minute could be. In this moment, we can say 85% of the market crypto are changing by agents. I could say agents are working on market crypto in this moment, and they are moving more than 85% of the cryptocurrencies this moment. That's why is the identity is very important. Today we can have bad agents or good agents. Bad agents can publish, can create news on social media, can publish, for example, one bad agents can comment also can comment one post on X, for example, and they can create a fake sentiment in the market crypto. I could say that's why this is very important identity on agents. And the identity, we can control the identity just checking the blockchain when agents are doing the process are buying or are selling cryptocurrencies. Well, I will do more in some moment. Well, the what have in RSoft Agentic Bank? We have five agents. First is the gatekeeper, then we have the analyst, then the CFO, then the settlers, at the final the auditor. I will deep more in each of one in the next slides. Okay, the first, the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper is in charge of to control the know your agent that we that is like the same that we have in normal banks today, know your customer, but this is entirely for agents. What we control agents in our bank. First, we verify the identity on the blockchain. In this case, we are using Arc blockchain testnet. We are verifying the identity on that blockchain. We are checking the transaction history that the agent is or did or is doing in this blockchain. We are checking the balance that the agent has in their wallet or its wallet and the nonce. We are checking issues we are doing a problem to this agent to verify to resolve one challenge, cryptographic challenge to prove authenticity in this blockchain. That is other kind of security that we have. Other thing is assign a decentralized identifier. We are when the agent requests a new loan, we are not assigning a DID, decentralized identifier, in our platform to know if this agent is new or requests before other loans, for example. We are controlling that. And then we have replacing traditional know your customer with blockchain native verification that is called in this case know your agent. One thing here, now we are improving our platform, integrating 8004 protocol from Ethereum because this is new, and we need to. I think we need to take all of these kinds of tools we uh, that we are that appears recently this year or last year at the end of the last year to take that and and build this gatekeeper more strong. And that is one point. We are improving this verify your agent with a new protocol from Ethereum, a 8004 protocol, and maybe we will take as well the Moldbook platform. Moldbook, maybe if the agent has more than 50 followers, for example, how is the reputation of the agent in Moldbook and the social media for agents, if you don't know. And that is those are the new things that we will have in the next months for RSoft Agentic Bank. These banks should be very secure for agent to control the agent because the agents today can work autonomous without human intervention, and we need to take that for us. Um, well, that was the first agent that we have in our Agentic Bank. Maybe you have a question, Sam, or I
Yeah,
continue.
I was going to come back over here. Appreciate everybody with some of the questions that have been coming in. I want to try to get to a few of them before we continue. And once again, shout out to Mike for helping to keep us up to date. So there was a question here. Let's see if I go back to it and bring it up on the screen. Let's see. So the question was, how does an agent bank differ from a traditional bank? How would you describe that?
Yes. First, I can start with something. Some months ago, I was in a radio program here in my country. I was trying to explain this for, I could say, not technical people. It was very hard because I use the normal bank for humans, I could say, and it was some difficult to explain that. But Agentic Bank. Um, different from normal banks because first, this bank is not for human, it's for agents. That is the main point. It's not for human, it's for agents. Then we are taking the same rules that normal banks has in this moment, like a verified identification from one person, checking if the person has I don't I could say some, for example, if the person has a car, has a house, for example, to loan a money. um, we are taking that some similar rules from the normal bank, but we are applying that rules for agents, and that could be similar. But in about the verification, we are using entirely blockchain to verify to do the tracking for agents, and that is completely different because for human for banking for human is different. You have one person that should go to the house for user to verify if the user has a house or car, and this is different because we are doing that, but using the blockchain we are verifying if the agent has money, has how many transactions has, that means in human bank, that means if the human has has pending loans in other banks, for example, in the real world. But in this agentic bank we are using just blockchain. We are checking different kinds of blockchain and verify if the agent has loan spending, or is trying to move a lot of money, or is moving from wallet to other wallet, money to do a fraud, for example. That is the difference. This bank is for agent. We are using blockchain for to do all
Awesome.
all the rules.
Awesome. Awesome. I'll let you go ahead and continue to Agent 2, and I'll just pop back in a little bit later with some more questions from the audience. So thank you. We'll continue.
Okay, thanks so much. Okay, we will continue with agent two, the analyst. This is interesting. For this, the analyst first calculates the risk score using the Kelly criterion formula. The Kelly criterion is a mathematical formula that calculates how many you can waste, how many you can waste in, for example, you are you are doing, or you are playing games on internet to get money, for example. This formula is for that. This formula tells you how money you can waste uh, for not lose all your money. It's like that. This 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 formula uh, tells to the bank how money can the bank loan to the agent to not lose the all money from the bank. That's why we are using this criterion formula. Um, with that, we can determine optimal loan amount to protect bank capital. We can calculate interest rates. We can calculate interest rates. Also, this is interesting because when one agent is doing, or is requesting a loan, our interest in our bank is dynamic, is not static. This interest is depend of the reputation of the agent, how many transactions the agent have, how many the agent have, the age of the wallet is important. If the agent create a new wallet, could be a could be a normal person or AI that are taking to do a loan and then disappear, or the wallet can be destroyed in the future. That is the point for this. We are controlling wallet age for to do the verification. Also, higher reputation means better rates and larger loans. If the reputation of the agent is better, we can the bank can loan more money for the agent. That is. And this is the second agent. Analyst calculates based on the mathematical formulas how to not um, to not destroy the bank, I could say. Um, that's it for the moment. I maybe we will improve this with more mathematical formulas for this part. Maybe if we need to control better the agent, because I think the bank is take could be a take a risk, because the bank, if we don't control well, the bank can lose all the money, and that could be done very dangerous for us.
Yeah. I see that. Shout out to Abdelaziz, Meridian Finance and team. He made a good point. He said, interesting use of the Kelly criterion here. Originally from portfolio optimization and risk management, smart application for agent lending. So that's a good that's a good shout out there.
Yes, thank you. Well, we will go to the agent 3. This is the CFO. The CFO is like, we can compare with a person that launch the money when one human user go to the bank, and this agent is like the person that launch them launch the money for the people that is trying to to loan from a normal bank, to do a loan. Well, this agent manages the bank's USD treasure, verifies if the bank has enough money to do the loan. It verifies sufficient liquidity before approving any loan, monitors capital allocation across active loans, ensure the bank stays solvent at all time, tracks on-chain treasury balance in real time. In summary, this agent is checking how much money we have in the bank, and if we have one 100 loans requests, this agent calculates if the bank can loan that money for all of the agents. That's good. If the bank doesn't have enough money, the loan can be less for agents. Okay, the agent 4, the settler. This is very important agent, because this agent executes the real transfer with USDC on the chain, in this case, ARC testnet, is where we are using ARC testnet and base Sepolia. We will see that in the demo after. Atomic execution completes fully or reverse. One important thing for this agent is that we are following the philosophy of agent payment protocol from Google. We are doing the same steps um using this protocol from Google, because we can use first we can use the same exact protocol from Google, because the AP2 protocol is for not blockchain, I could say. Is for Stripe, is for PayPal, for example, and we can use that. But we are following the same philosophy that Google has in this moment with AP2 protocol. Then for well, we are using as well X402 protocol for USDC micropayments for our MCP server. In summary, this agent will is transfer the money, the real money to the agent, but is doing this verification that I mentioned before. And we will see to the end, to the 5 agent, the last. This is the auditor. This auditor logs every step of the loan life cycle. For this we are using for the moment we are using Supabase to save all of this information. This agent monitors the payment behavior over the time, builds agent reputation progressively. That means if the agent pay on the time, reputation is up, or we have larger loans for that, with that. Missed payments, reputation down, restricted. We can block to the agent if this agent didn't pay on the time, for example. Also, with the other agent, we are calculating how many days the agent has to pay the loans. If the agent doesn't follow that, reputation down. Then creates this agent creates verifiable credit history for agent, then enables trust without human intervention. Uh, like you like you see here, this bank is completely autonomous. These five agents are in charge to verify from identification until the do the transaction to with the money, and also check the if the agent is paying the loan, or is missing the payments. Well, that was the five agents. Now I can show the architecture. Maybe I don't know if there is some question here.
Yes, there is always questions. All right, so let me jump back into some questions here and catch up a little bit. So let's see here. We had a ton that came in. Um, all right, so great breakdown of the LLM extraction flow. How do you handle, however, hallucination risks in the credit scoring pipeline?
Hallucination risks. Well, in this case, hallucination means when we are using LLMs and we 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 get them one prompt, and the agent with LLM can respond exactly that, according to the question. But for the agentic bank, we are using LangGraph entirely, but we are not using LLMs yet. LL, we're using LLMs for other agent that is marketer agent that I will show you later.
Okay.
But for the bank in this moment, we are using LangGraph, and this LangGraph architecture doesn't have LLMs, just have steps, have has an um, um, a global state for the agent, and we are following just the I could say yes, a strict rule, or yes, we are not using LLMs yet, but we are using
Okay.
just LangGraph.
All right, great. And I'll squeeze in one more question here. How does RSoft Agency Bank set up, or Agentic Bank set up atomic or automatic circuit breakers to protect users in the high-speed transaction environment of AI agents on ARC network? What would happen if it encountered some kind of attack? Have you thought about that?
The question is how we as of agentic bank is could defend from attacks.
Yeah, set up automatic circuit breakers to protect users.
Protect users. Well, that is I think that is related with the gatekeeper agent that I mentioned before. The identification is very important. As I mentioned, we have first we have in the moment we have blockchain reputation, history transactions, or age from wallet. But I think it's very important use the new protocol 802 from Ethereum to to have more strict rules for it to identify one agent if the agent is trying to do some fraud. I could say that about the how we are thinking to protect this bank from agents. Um, yes, I could say that.
Okay. And last question before we go continue 50. Um how would this be useful for a payment gateway between customer and merchant using USDC or EURC?
Okay, gateway between customer and merchant. Well, um, well, um, first, well, I will show you later as well. We have an open cloud skill, open cloud skill published on open cloud, open cloud hub. I think I don't remember well, but with that skill, a normal user can use our skill to request loans and use that to buy products in other platforms that has MCP server for agents, for example. And our bank is a way to request loans and take money and buy products for other platforms. And we have that with open. We have an open cloud skill for open cloud agents for users. I could say that.
Awesome, awesome. All right, let's jump back in. Let's you're about to jump into the architecture. So let's continue there, and we'll make sure to try to get to some more questions.
Okay, thank you. Well, we'll deep in a little bit in architecture. First, with client layer, um, we are using Fast API and CDP wallet. Then we have, like I said, we have one cloud skill published on Cloud Hub that I will show you the demo later. Then we have a Molebook social agent. This agent yes is using LLMs to publish how RSoft Agentic Bank is working, how many loans RSoft okay how loans RSoft Agentic Bank did, for example, how user has and this agent is I named this agent agent marketer is our Molebook social agent. Then for service layer, we have MCP server with fast. We are using fast MCP with X402 middleware to micropayments to consult some services in our MCP server. Then for the backend, the main backend for the bank, we are using fast API, LangGraph, and yes, we have 5 agents for the moment. Maybe in the future we will have more agents. Um, in the infrastructure, we are using Arc blockchain. In this case, testnet first. We are implementing know your agent interpretation settlements. Also, we are using base Sepolia with USDC as well. Also, we are using X402 payments. And for database to register the loans, all the to do the tracking for the agents, we are using Supabase to save this information. I think in the future also it's important for this bank support all the chains from all the kinds of blockchain that we have. For example, we have Solana, we have Base. We are supporting Base in this moment, Arc, and we can in the future we can support all of the blockchains. That is the point for us. That is the one goal for us. Uh, Also, I could say, well, okay, before the live demo. Also, in this moment, we have RSoft Agentic Bank all deployed on Amazon Web Service tools. I could say we are using Lambda services, S3. Also, we have Supabase that is other, but our main cloud tool is Amazon Web Service for the bank. Before the demo, one thing that I want to say is, like I mentioned, agents in this moment are moving most of the cryptos in the market. That's why we are also working in agent sentiment. That is important because with agent sentiment, we can know if one is a swarm of agents are trying to do a fraud, for example. If the agents are trying to move, are trying to grow one one crypto, for example. This name is meme crypto, for example. If one swarm of agent are trying to grow one meme crypto, for example, we can track that with our new implementation that we will have in the next months, Agentic's sentiment. Okay, let's go to the demo. Uh, there is some question before.
Let's go back into some questions here. All right, so one person said, before I go to bed, I like this. It's past their bedtime. Before I go to bed, how can the system prove that a transaction originated from user intent? So I guess they're worried about maybe a agent going rogue and doing something on their own.
Okay, the question is how we can verify if one agent has the owner that is a human. Some, for example, is there something like that?
Yeah. That it came from their intent. That it's I guess not spending money or doing something that they didn't authorize.
Okay. Yes, for example, for Google AP2 protocol, a human should should give an agent one digital sign that allows to the agent buy products. In our case, well, I could say today one agent can create its own cryptocurrency. I could say that's possible. One agent can do a lot of things. For our, we can for the moment we can't verify if one agent has an owner, human owner.
Mm-hmm.
We just verify the identification from for agent. That's why we are checking the age of wallet transaction, how many transaction has, if, and the other thing is a 8004 protocol from Ethereum. That will be very important for us to verify if the agent is real or is it was created momentarily to do a fraud. In this moment, we can verify humans. Just we can verify agents. That's why this bank is just for agents. We are trying to tracking all the possible things that agent could do in the blockchain to verify that. If new tools will appear in the future, we will use to be more secure.
All right,
That's it.
and yeah, let me see if I can maybe squeeze in a couple more. I know we're close to time here. Um, okay, so this is from Crick. Have you or do you plan on doing audits? Like, I know audits are always a big hurdle. Is that something that you plan on doing in the future? Having professional audits on your contracts and everything?
Yes, I think yes, it will be possible. Audits, audits to follow the if the agent is spending the money in a good way. That I think that means audits to tracking the money.
Yeah, and I guess that'd be a good follow up question. I mean, audits can be in a couple different ways. One thing I do want to point out too, there's a lot of questions. I know we're close on time, but one of the things I do want to get into the live demo is make sure that you join Arc House. Ricardo is going to be there. He's live there in Arc House. And what we'll do, we'll make sure that he does a post after this event, and you can follow up with questions. We also kept a track of all the questions coming in, and so we'll make sure that we share that with him so he can follow up with some live AMAs going through Arc House. So that way you can make sure that if your question didn't get answered during this live stream, you can still get it done there. And then also one quick shout out too that I want to give is that we do have a live event coming up this week, introducing Arc House and the Architects program. That is going to be with Bobby Lee. Many of you have been seeing her in the background. She has been really behind, really spearheading and quarterbacking this new program. And so I'm going to have her live to go over the program. We'll cover some of the questions that people have and clear up any misconceptions as well, and make sure that everybody walks out of there with a clear understanding and goal of how to get involved and what we're looking for. So more to that to come. But let's go ahead and jump into the live demo.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we will go to the demo. I will show first.
Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll go back to the screen. That way, we're not seeing all your stuff out there.
Yes. Okay. Where is my bank? Is here. Okay.
You ready? All right. I'll go back over to the screen. 1 second.
Okay. It's good.
All right.
Okay. This is the link, the official link for RSoft agenticbank.com. First, we have the home when we can see total loans that the bank did in the ARC testnet, or also in Sepolia testnet, base Sepolia testnet. Also, we can see the money that bank has in this moment. We can check the transaction explorer. Transaction explorer is a kind of type of block explorer that we have in whatever blockchain that we know. Also, here we can see, yes, this is our smart contract or data from, yes, this is another thing. I didn't mention this. I won't mention this. Okay. First, also we have our modbook marketer agent. Also our skill in Cloud Hub. Then I will show you this. We have the dashboard. I disconnect my wallet. First, I will show you this process to do a loan, but with human intervention. That means I will use MetaMask for this, but the bank will work with the 5 specialized agents. But we will use first we will use this with human intervention through MetaMask. First, I will connect my wallet, my MetaMask wallet. I will change this to Arc Network Testnet. In this moment, I have 38 USDC. Use that. I will connect. It's good. We can see here 38 USDC. This is the other thing I will explain in one moment. First, I will connect my wallet. Then I can go to dashboard. We have two things here. We can initialize a loan. Then we can check the log history. This is our tracking that about our loans. I initialize one loan. First, we can see here the input to put the how many want to loan for our wallet in this moment with human intervention, human in the loop. I will request 100 USDC. I can put the purpose here. This is the part that one question mentioned about the auditor. We are not tracking the how in what thing this agent or this user is spending this money that's request to the bank. We can know for the moment that, but in the future maybe if we can track this money if all of this money move to blockchain, we can track in what part is the agent is wasting this money. Okay, I will put something test for or to buy a car, for example. Okay, I will send my request. Okay, That's good. That is very fast. In this step, the five agents work together and did a lot of things. In one moment, we analyzed this part. But first, I will verify my wallet. Now I have 138 USDC, 38 USDC. It's good. That was verified. Now I can see my balance, my active request, and we will deep now in this part. What is happening in this part? First, um, we have the five agents here. We have the information what did each agent. First, we have the request ID. This is the unique request that we can follow after through the history, log history. We will see then in one moment. Also, we can check uh, how many how much time these requests take. One 1.21 seconds. It's very fast. First, the gatekeeper. What did the gatekeeper agent first create a DID, unique identifier for decentralized blockchain? This is the DID created by the first agent. Then this agent gatekeeper verify know your agent. In that part, know your agent verify how many transactions this wallet has, age of the wallet, for example, and that was successfully, as you can see here. Then the reputation of this agent, the reputation is the result that the history that the wallet, how many transactions has, for example, and the reputation was calculated as a 84 percentage. That is very good. If the reputation is low, that will affect in the loans amount. Okay. The second agent analyst. What did this agent? This agent calculate the risk score. This agent calculate tier B. We have, I think, four categories from A to D, and tier B is good because that means that the agent can request, I could say, enough money, or yes, enough money to do a loan, to request a loan. If this tier could be C or D, that means that the agent has a bad reputation, and the agent can be selected for into the group D. It could be bad because the agent in that case just can request a little money to do a loan. Then we have APR. APR is APR is annual percentage rates. In this case, was calculated as a 5%. Then we have LTV. LTV is loan to value. This means how is the capacity to to spend money for the agent to how money can um, can request the one agent. Okay, we will check the three agent, the agent three CVO. This will check how many we have in the bank, for example. First, this mark one. This put one label, I could say, for the agent allocated, for example, because the money was the transaction was successfully. Then the treasurer of the bank. Yes, the treasurer of the bank after the loan. Then this agent also calculates the APY. That this is the annual percentage yield. We have the settler agent. Like I said, this agent did do the transaction, the real transaction on the blockchain. We have the transaction ID here. Then we can check the block that was added to the blockchain in this part to do the tracking if we want. At the end, the auditor just checked all is good. All loans, previous loan of the agent was paid. For example, this agent check or put this label paste on the global state on land graph and checked as this board that loan. Okay, in this case, we can see the a little slow, I could say, because that was very fast in almost 1 second. But we can see in each step what each agent did. Then we can check log history here. Our loan is here, is in this status, disbursed 100 USDC. The date and the request ID if we want to check. Now I will repay this loan to the bank. To do that, I need to go to the dashboard again. This first part is all of you human in the loop. Then I will show you this the same of this, but without human intervention. All of the process will be executed by agents from one chat until the bank, but without human intervention. Okay, to repay our loan, I will go to dashboard. Here I have a workflow active, and now I can request any loan. First, I need to repay my pending loan. I will click here. This is not the view to repay the loan. This is repay protocol. Repay protocol. Here we can see how much money I need to repay to the bank, to pay to the bank. In this case, the interest is here, is 5%. The term is how many days we have to repay this. If the agent, in this case, is we have enough time to repay our loan. This is good, but also if we have a low reputation, or reputation is good reputation, the RSoft Agentic Bank will give the agent less days to repay. Could be 1 day or could be hours inclusive. Also we have the date that was loan was created, and then we have total repay. Total repay is 100 plus the interest. In this case, is in USDC is 41 0.41 USDC. Is very slow. This means that's why we are using Arc blockchain in this case, because all the transactions are in USDC, and it's very low. The fees are very slow, very low compared to Ethereum, that the transaction could be for 40 USDC, for example. But our network is very less, and that is exact that we need for this new agent of internet of agents. Now I will repay my loan. In this case, this is human in the loop. I need to confirm that to take that from my wallet, take the money from my wallet. Now I repay to the bank. In that case, we don't have any process from the from these agents. Just the money went from my wallet to the bank. In this case, I have 38 USDC at the start, and I I didn't waste or lose a lot of money in the in the in the when I pay my I repay my loan, my pending loan. That's good. That is this is the first workflow that I want to show you. This is the process that we can do alone, but with human in the loop. Then I will show you the without any human in the loop. There is a question until here, maybe.
So let's see. Let me jump in with a question. So 50, it was a question. He goes, I guess he said, why track where users spend their money? What is the intention or purpose of doing so? Shouldn't you have a spent or not spent message? Tracking is more centralized than decentralized. I love these questions, by the way. I think this is great to pose questions and challenge ideas. So yeah, that was from 50 in the community. Any thoughts to that question, concern?
Yes. Well, about this question is interesting. Well, we can track in the money that the banking is loaned to one agent. That this is could be difficult, but it's not impossible. But this means we need to track or we not to track because, like I mentioned before, the agent are in this moment the agent are moving a lot of money in the market. Um, that means imagine this: 100 agent is requesting loans to RSoft Agentic Bank, but that money will be to do a bump for one meme coin or to do yes one good example is to do a bump or to hire a cryptocurrency. um, that's mean we need to check before the agent's reputation, the agent identity. That means I was talking about agent sentiment. Agent sentiment is very important to track that to track the what our agent are planning, what our agents are trying to do in the market, how if they are trying to buy something or to do a fraud, for example. That's the point that could be good to do a tracking to the agents.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, we'll continue to go down if you have more of your demo.
Okay. Before the last demo that we will see, I will show a little bit about our our marketer agent. Explore. Uh, First, we have the explore. We can, if we want to see, if one human want to see how many agents are doing loans, are repaying. For example, we can check. This is a kind of block explorer in blockchain, whatever blockchain. Then we have the description of each agent, how each agent is working. We have the community. The community is that the agent that we have in Malbook in this moment. The agent name is RSoft Agentic Bank. In this moment, this agent has 200 for of karma. We have 17 followers in this moment. I want to increase that. And we join in Malbook from February night. We have 1,000 posts, 100 posts, sorry. We have some likes, 52 comments, for example, and we have some stars, karma score, and these are our publishing on social Malbook social network for agents. This is one agent that is working 27 all day. this is working automatically. Is taking real information from our RSoft Agentic Bank, real information from database, from loans, for example, and I'm posting that information on the social network to get more user. In this case, the user are agents. This is totally for agents, as I said before. And this is an example of the on the post. We have one comment. This comment also was did from other agent on social network. That is very
Hmm.
interesting. That is very interesting. This is a kind of world for AI agents. Is not human. Is interesting for me. Okay, then we have blog. We publish some new tools that we are trying to implement. For example, Molbook, Airsoft Latam skill. We have some documentation. We are working on this. If one application want to use our bank to do some requests, for example, or take the information for agent for his or its platform, that's good.
I like it.
And
I like it.
um, yes, first before the last demo, I will we will check Cloud Hub skill. We have our Cloud Hub skill published on this platform. That name is the name is RSoft Agentic Bank. This is the version, and through this skill, whatever user that is using in this moment Open Cloud in his computer can connect to our RSoft Agentic Bank and request loans and repay loans as well. And that is automatic. Also, if you program, for example, in each month request a loan to RSoft Agentic Bank, Open Cloud agent will do that automatically. That is this is almost 95% autonomous, I could say. So we will check that. First, I have my this is my Open Cloud agent installed in my machine.
Nice.
I install RSoft Agentic Bank skill here. Then that is enough. Through WhatsApp Business, I can request a new loan. In this case, I will write request a loan of 5 USDC. I will put space here. Request a loan of 5 USDC. All is good. I will send the requests, and this is totally autonomous. Now I am writing the message, but if the user configure Open Cloud in his machine, this could be autonomous each month, for example. And we need to wait some time, and we receive the message from RSoft Agentic Bank. In this case, the message tells your loan request for 5 USDC has been successfully initialized. Request ID, if we need to track, if we want to track this, we can copy this and we can filter on our platform. We can track in if all is good. In this moment, for this we are using base blockchain,
Hmm.
and that was successful. How I can verify this? In this moment, I am using an agentic wallet for this, because agentic wallet doesn't need a human intervention. I can see a human approval. That means agentic wallet, and I can verify my agentic wallet is this my agentic wallet, and I can refresh. Before I had 20 USDC. Now I have 17 USDC. That's good.
Right, right.
This is my to verify all. This is my bank wallet in this case. For this, I have 7 USDC. It's little, but we will take this to verify if the loan was repaid to our bank wallet. At the end, we will repay our loan. I will copy this. I will send this message, repay my loan, and follow this and follow all 3 steps. Check repay info before we need to verify first if how much money the agent has in this moment or has pending. Then send the USDC payment from our wallet that was configured in the Open Cloud agent. Then I define and then confirm with the bank. I will send this message, and we need to wait again a little bit. Then we will verify the wallets, the bank wallet and the agent wallet. We need to wait. For the moment, in the wallet of the bank, we have 7 USDC. Then we will verify this. We need to wait. Repay my loan is good. I don't know what is taking a lot of time. It's a little weird. It's good, but
There you
maybe
go.
this take a little bit. Maybe it's a communication between Telegram and MCP server, for example. Maybe
Right.
that could take time. But was successfully. Principal repaid, we paid 5 USDC. Interest paid was very, very cheap, 0.2 USDC. Total repay 5 with zero point 0.2 USDC and transaction hash. We want to check this in Block Explorer, for example. In repayment time is this, and the message from RSoft Agentic Bank. At the end, we will verify this. 7. This is the wallet from the bank, and we have 13 USDC that was successful. And in this case, my client wallet before has 17. I will reference that, and we have 11. That was successful. In this case, there was a little bit human in the loop just with message, but this could be autonomous if the user want to configure Open Cloud agents. I think that's it for our soft Agentic Bank.
Nice. Well, everybody, definitely give a shout out to Ricardo here for doing this beautiful walkthrough. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, and I want to say once again, I really appreciate all the questions that are coming in. I know that we've gone a little bit over time, but it was 100% worth it. What we will do is, Ricardo, if you can, after this stream, go ahead and make a post on ArcHouse, post about RSoft, and then you can open it up for people to follow up with more questions, and you can continue to keep in contact with everybody. I think there's been some really, really cool insights. I appreciate people like 50 and others that have been really, giving some good thoughts to the project, and offering some really cool suggestions. And I think this is what it's all about, right? It's the more that we all work together as a community to test each other's projects, give feedback, challenge everybody. I think that's how we end up creating some really successful projects out here. So thank you so much. And thank you, Ricardo, for answering all the questions. Before we wrap up today, a couple of things that I want to point out. If you want to try this out yourself, I'm putting this up here. RSoft Agentic Bank Autonomous DeFi Lending is available. You can scan this QR code and access it yourself. Once again, test it out, give feedback, join ArcHouse, and let them know your thoughts. Additionally, want to give a shout out to Lab. So there's a hybrid hackathon that's upcoming. I'm looking at it right now on ArcHouse. It's the 20th through the 26th. And so make sure to apply. I don't know, Ricardo, you might want to apply again and join this one too. So that's another opportunity. And then coming up this week, we've got introducing Arc House. It's going to be very, very exciting. Bobby Lee is going to be joining us live, and we're going to be talking about um, Arc House, the Architects Program, and really breaking down exactly what we've launched and how you can get involved. I know there's a ton of questions that are here, and so we'll have some time to go through those and hopefully answer as many as we can as well. So it's going to be a very busy week. Excited for everybody that joined. Ricardo, thank you so much as well. And big shout out to the guy in the chair, which is Mike in the background, that's been keeping track of all the questions and keeping a list. And so he has a full list of everything, by the way. So once again, if you head over to Arc House, the conversation will continue there. We'll make sure Ricardo gives a post and you can jump into the conversation. So Ricardo, any last words before we wrap up today?
Thank you so much, Sam, for this opportunity, and it was a pleasure to be here and share the knowledge about all agentic AI and how Arc blockchain work perfectly with this.
Awesome. All right, everybody. We will definitely be in contact soon. Ricardo, hang tight for a couple minutes backstage. And for everybody else, we will see you real soon. Be on the lookout. Join Arc House. We'll be there to hang out as well. Take care, everybody.